Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Mike McCarthy is the producer behind the boards. It's that time of the year where we go through all 32 teams with our 7-round mock draft. And before we get started, let's take a look at the mock draft rules. First, these picks are based off what I would do as the GM of the team, not based off what I think will happen or what will actually happen in April's draft. And we use Football Game Plan Scouting's prospect rankings and big board, which you could find at footballgameplan.com/FBGP scouting. These picks are based off what I believe the team needs are, and there are no trades in this mock draft. And finally, it's only a mock draft, so you can relax that sphincter and enjoy the video. The Miami Dolphins land their quarterback of the future in Kyler Murray out of Oklahoma. Now, the Dolphins have a gaping hole at the quarterback position right now on the depth chart, and they're letting it be known that they are definitely in the market for a franchise quarterback, and a 5'10" Murray is definitely that guy in my opinion. Getting your franchise quarterback some more protection with Ole Miss offensive tackle Greg Little. Now, Little had a ton of fanfare entering the season. While it has tapered off a bit, I still feel as though he's a premier player at the position. I absolutely love the game of defensive end Anthony Nelson out of Iowa. I think he's one of the more underrated prospects in this draft class. He'd give the Dolphins a solid player at defensive end on both ends of defense. Adding another offensive lineman with Bobby Evans out of Oklahoma, he's able to play tackle as well, but could find a home inside at guard at the next level. Hamp Cheevers of Boston College is a ball magnet out there in the slot, armed with terrific instincts and playmaking ability. He'd fit in perfectly in that Dolphins secondary. Right now, depth is thin in the backfield for the Dolphins, and adding a guy of the caliber of Jordan Scarlett out of Florida would give them a solid 3-man rotation with Kenyon Drake and Kalen Ballage. Rounding out the draft with their second 7th-round pick and defensive lineman Ronald Ollie from Nichols, the former last-chance U-Star became an outstanding player for the Colonels, showing the versatility to be moved all across the defensive front. So that's a wrap here from the Football Game Plan Scouting Studios. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Be sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts. Don't forget to check out and subscribe on iTunes to Football Game Plan Podcast, where you can find our Scout Team podcast, which features a bunch of prospect interviews from the 2019 class. And as always, subscribe to the Football Game Plan Network, located at youtube.com/footballgameplan.